accidentally gave you the button.
Oh, I noticed. And while I was getting your voicemail, you called through, and then I got confused because my phone gave me like overcomplicated options. So what's up, big fat boy?
Oh, just thinking about dinner.
Yeah. so
That's
uh,
it.
I think we only have a couple of things to cover, but because we tried to call you on Saturday
Right,
because we were going to renew or officially declare. I guess we had officially declared the punishments for you and I, or the penalties,
right.
whatever you want to call them. And we were just going to cover it there with Marco, but you were you were otherwise occupied with, I guess,
Right.
dealing with looting and rioting at your stores.
I mean, it's pretty wild. So yeah, I mean, I was a little busy there.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what you want to get into with that, but did it has it calmed down in your area, or is it still the same crazy shit?
No, Atlanta's been calm the last 2 nights. So
Okay.
I think the mayor, um, she's a tough cookie, and then the mayor, and then Killer Mike, a rapper who,
Yeah, I know Killer Mike.
right? I mean, a couple people were like, "Who?" I'm like, never mind. Anyway, he did a nice little speech too, so I think people kind of listened to him.
Yeah,
So
he's in the group Run the Jewels, and he's also was or is a big Bernie guy. Uh,
yeah,
so he's been
he
he had a
yeah
lot.
he had a good little speech.
Yeah, he did. He actually did. Not that this is what Furlough Files is about, but this is where we are right now.
Right,
Is talking
right,
about
right.
Killer Mike's uh, calming speech or an inspirational speech, or
Right.
I don't know what it was,
And
but
and he really didn't take a political side in it because he kind of buried CNN too and Trump at the same time. So I was like, he's staying he's being rational and not being political, which I think was smart.
right. Well,
Right.
yeah, this wasn't
Mhm.
about that anyway. So he
And it shouldn't be.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
all right. Well then so let's review that now. We're exactly right now. You and I are halfway through the weight loss competition, and
Are we halfway?
we are. This is
Wow.
we weighed in exactly 2 weeks ago, 14 days ago.
Okay.
And you have been checking the scale. I have not,
hmm
and you have been giving me updates. I assume as some kind of psychological
So
warfare.
I think this is what I think though. I am using it as a psychological warfare to you, but you not telling me are using it the same way.
Right.
I'm not stupid. I know your game.
Yeah.
I know
So,
your game, pal.
but I honestly I haven't looked. Like it's not that I'm not telling you, but I know I haven't looked. I'm gonna let this go and do put my work in, and then whatever it is, it is. I'm not gonna chase chase a number. I'm just gonna. I just have
Right.
all the confidence in the world that at the end of the day you will still be fatter than me, and that
Well, yeah, because I'm still gonna weigh more than you.
but also that you're gonna lose this and have to do two two shots of the hot sauce of my choosing, which
Oh
which
God.
I put a feeler out on Facebook yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday.
Oh,
Uh,
it was yesterday, day before. Yeah.
yeah, where I was asking people to tell me what their opinion the hottest hot sauce was, and I said asking for a friend because I'm asking for you. And we got some good feedback. Surprisingly, some people came out of the woodworks that I haven't heard from in years to give their opinion on a hot sauce. So
Right.
it was a successful post for me. But
Yeah,
so
I saw it was a good movement.
did you? And again, this is psychological warfare because I tagged you in it. And did any of those, when you saw what people were posting, give you pause
Uh,
or concern or
no, so yesterday I was like kind of reading through it, and I was like, I literally thought to myself, "Oh shit, I better not lose."
so maybe this is backfiring on me.
I was like, this is gonna suck. But yeah, I don't want to lose because I mean, I'm like, I can actually think about it. Like, think about how hot it's gonna be and how much it'll hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to have to. I don't know. I haven't decided if when you lose and have to do this, if you're going to do it remotely or we're going to wait till we're
Mm-hmm.
together to do it. I think maybe we have to wait till we're together to do it, and that's not. Again, I'll call an audible on that later because if you're going to then decide never to come to South Florida again
Right.
because you got to do this, then it'll then you'll have to do it at home. But yeah, so and I'm telling you, as much as you don't want to do that, I do not want to send money Disco Inferno's way, buying some of his merch and having to wear it and post publicly that I'm wearing it. Or I don't even remember what you wanted me to do once I had the shirt.
I want you to post a video
Okay, saying
saying
kind things
that
about Disco and his
I
merchandise.
bought this shirt and gave my 1999 to Disco Inferno, who is quite possibly the best wrestler of WCW era.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that hurt my soul. Like I know you're thinking about
Right. I know it will.
the physical pain that that hot sauce is going to do to you. This
Right.
causes me like internal angst and it's chipping away at whatever little light I have left inside of me to at the thought of having to do any of that. So, yeah.
This is going to be good. Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna ramp up this week. I'm telling you. I'm gonna start. Well, and I did start. I made sure to remind you that this week is National Donut Week.
I know. Why did you have to tell me that? That was asshole of you.
I feel like also I have to get word out to your TikTok audience that it's National Donut Week and what has Anthony done to celebrate it yet.
Hmm.
And to kind of get them clamoring for you to do something with a donut, which hopefully means eat it so that it fucks up your diet. But we'll
Right.
we'll see about that. So we've crossed that bridge. I have a I mean we could shit talk about who's going to win and lose the rest of the week, but I think the most interesting thing that happened this week you need to talk about, and I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about.
No, I don't even remember.
You got a mystery package.
Oh, we didn't talk about this.
No,
I
we didn't.
forgot.
Yeah, the things that happened earlier in the week, when right after we record an episode, kind of get forgotten sometimes. That's why I wrote it down because this is the story of the week. This is really all we have to talk about.
Right. Okay. So here's the deal. So I ordered something from Amazon, one thing. So I see Amazon, drops packages off, and I go and there's three packages there, and I'm like, well, that's weird. I only ordered one, and I take them inside, and the package is Anthony, my name, right, my real name, and then the other two are AJ Slambino, and I'm like, that's odd,
Huh.
and I kind of start to freak out a little bit, like, who has my address? Like, this is crazy.
And AJ
You
Slambino is like your like social media handle. It's not like you wrestled as AJ Slambino. You were AJ Janaza.
right, right.
So
So
that
it's only my TikTok handle and my Instagram, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and I like, I kind of freaked out, and I think I texted you guys, right? I messaged you guys like freaking out, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Um, I kind of freaked out about it, and I was like, who the hell sent this to me? Like, who has my address? Like, who knows where I live? So I opened the packages, and the first package is a WWE encyclopedia from 2009.
which is a very
So now,
which is
right,
really
and it's in
strange.
plastic.
Right.
It's in plastic, brand new. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, this is super, super strange because now they obviously know I like wrestling.
Right.
So then
Well,
I
yeah.
opened the right. I open the second package, and it's appears it's in this package is another little package. So I open that little package and I dump out these 10 little mini baggies that look like there's hair in them. And I can't tell if it's like a mustache or pubic hair because that's what it looks like. So now I'm really creeped out. Now I'm like, oh my God, someone sent me a mustaches or pubic hair and there's 10 of them. Like, I don't even know what this is. Now I don't open the little package because I'm like, I don't want to touch this. I don't know what this is.
Well, what do
So
you
I'm
think? You
panicking.
think it could actually be like someone's hair?
No, I just thought it was like a gag, like fake hair
Uh,
or fake mustache. And I was like,
uh.
what the hell is this?
Because
So now I'm
you
like,
know they sell like I think they're called merkins, and it's like a pubic hair wig. It's like what
wow,
when like actors are playing like a period, like say they're in the 70s, they'll put a fake
right,
bush on because obviously no one has a bush these days. So to
right,
make it
right.
like era accurate, they have these little things
So,
called merkins, and they're literally like they're like pubic toupees.
right. So I'm like freaking out. I'm texting you guys. I call Bobby Rogers and I'm like, you're a piece of shit. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
And you just never know with that guy
explain why you would call Bobby Rogers. Give a little.
because well, that's something Bobby would do, right? Like Bobby's the guy who you would get a knock at your door and there'd be like 45 pizzas and they'd be like, hey, someone got 45 pizzas for you, and you're like, what, right? I mean, Bobby's done so much shady shit in his life that like that was my first thought, right? It was him.
Right.
Uh, I call him and he's like, what are you talking about, right? And then this is the best part is he first thing he tells me is, it's not me. It's probably Ben Temples. That's exactly what he said.
I wonder
And I was
why.
like,
I wonder why.
right. Like, and then, well, so now I'm thinking, A, he's deflecting it to Ben, which means, like, it's no way that it's Ben. So now I'm like, it really is you, Bobby. You're a liar because who would blame Ben for this? Like, Ben would never, ever do this. That costs money and Ben wouldn't do that. Like, there's no way. He's a cheap fuck and it wouldn't happen.
Hey,
Right?
whoa, whoa.
Right.
I'm
You would
poor.
never
I'm
do
not
that.
cheap. Okay,
You would
there's a
never, ever,
difference.
ever send fucking dick
No,
hair and a
no.
WWE encyclopedia.
You're
Right.
right. I wouldn't.
No. So then I thought it had to be him for sure. So I'm like, you know what? I'm calling Amazon. I call Amazon, and this very, very nice lady answers the phone. I mean, she was so sweet. And I explained to her, and this is the best part. I explained to her, I say, okay, here's the situation. I got two packages. The name on the package, it's me, but it's not me. And she's like, I don't understand. I said, this is going to be really odd, but I like, don't laugh. I'm going to explain this to you. Because I'm kind of creeped out. And she's like, okay. I said, okay. So I use this name, AJ Slambino, for like my social media. I said, like, I was a professional wrestler for a little bit, and I used like my gimmick was I explained to her the whole thing, AJ Genazzo, the Slambinos, and I use it on my social media, on my TikTok and like Instagram and Snapchat.
Is she
She
laughing already?
no, listen, when I said TikTok, she just lost it. She couldn't breathe, and she was laughing, going TikTok, ah! Like. So she finally settles down. I go, I know. I go, this is wild. I go, but you have to understand something. Nobody knows my address. There's like 5 people that know where I live, and I only use that name for that stuff. And she says, "Are you famous?" And I said, "No, no, no. I'm not famous." I said, "I've been on TV before." And I start putting myself over a little bit. I said, "I've been on TV before, but like I said in my TikTok, like I mean, it's kind of good." And she said, "Well, how many followers?" I said, "I have 20,000 followers." She cannot stop laughing, like can't breathe. So
I
she's like,
love how the customer service rep at Amazon
right,
is asking you how many TikTok followers you have, as if
right. Oh, it
there's
gets
any
better. Hold
relevance.
on, it gets better. It gets better. So she's hysterically laughing, and she's like, "Let me look at the account." So she looks and she goes, "Do you like wrestling?" And I like that, and I said, "Yes, I told you I was a pro wrestler." She's like, "You really were?" I said, "I'm not kidding you. Like I've been on TV." She's like, "Oh my god." And she said, "I don't understand what the second object is." I said, "Me either. It looks like pubic hair." I mean, she's losing it. Like she can't breathe, and she's laughing, and she goes, "Did you open it?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, but did you open the little packages? I said, no, I'm not touching it. It looks like hair. She obviously can see on the screen what it really is. It's not hair. She's laughing hysterical. And she's like, just open one. So I open one. It's a fucking hairnet. There are 10 hairnets. So now I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, she's laughing. And she goes, why would someone send you hairnets? I long hair. She's like, get out of here. I got a man bun. I got long hair. This is a joke. Someone's playing a joke on me. Now, and all she keeps saying is, this story gets better. This is getting better and better. She couldn't stop laughing. Like, could not stop laughing. I said, can you tell me who sent this to me? And she said, no, I can't because of Privacy Act. And I said, there's no way. She goes, I want to tell you so bad. Like, I'm willing to risk my job to tell you because this is the greatest fuck call I've ever had. And I said, no, don't risk your job. I don't want you to get fired. So I said, what if I name names? Could you, like, you know, just give me a hand, like, or like do something if I hit the name on the head.
Just cough
and she's
or
like,
something.
she can't breathe. She's laughing so hard. So I'm like, Bobby Rogers, Michael Rapuno, Ben Temples. I'm Blake Chadwick. I'm naming them. Jason
Howard
Brody.
Brody. Howard Brody.
I named Howard. I named Howard because I thought that motherfucker. And I'm naming names left and right, and she's laughing because she's like, no. So I said, I ran out of names. I don't know who this could be. I'm at a loss for who this could be. And I say to her, I say, hey, are you in Seattle at Amazon? I said, because I know someone who works there. Maybe he can help me. And she said, no, I'm in Jamaica. And now I'm laughing. And I go, this story's getting even better. I go, what are you doing? I literally said to her, what are you doing in Jamaica? And she says, I live here. And the two of us are crying, laughing. We can't breathe. So she's like, I really hope that someone listens to this that I work for. Because she goes, this is the greatest call I've ever had. You have made my day. And I was like, this is great. You're right. I said, I should have recorded this. And then she says, I really want to ask you what your TikTok name is and look up your TikTok, but I can get in trouble. I said, look, it's the name that's on the packages. Look me up. And she's laughing hysterical. Can't breathe.
So did you ever check to see if someone from Jamaica followed you?
No, I didn't even. I can't tell. I don't know.
I don't know.
I get like
maybe
100 followers a day, so I don't even can't even tell.
Wow.
I'm big time. So.
Wow. First of all, you're telling her you're not famous. Then you're saying, but I've been on TV. And now you're bragging about 100 followers a day. Oh, my God.
I was digging it because I felt like I was a celebrity for a minute, right? So she's telling me, I think you know this person. I said, why do you think I know this person? She goes, because I just have a feeling. I really believe you know this person. So I said, how do we get to the bottom of it? She says, well, I have an idea. I am allowed to send them an email saying you received the packages, but you don't know who it's from, and they should contact you. I was like, that's brilliant. So now, mind you, we're 20 minutes into this conversation. Now she thinks of this. So she goes, all right. She writes the email, and she tells me what the email is. And the email says, Anthony received your package today. He loves that your package, what you gave him in the package. He's very happy, but he doesn't know who sent it. So if you could reach out to him to let him know so he can thank you. I said, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. And I said, but wait a second. What if they don't have my phone number? She's like, oh my God. She lost it again. She couldn't stop breathing. She's like, maybe they'll message you on TikTok. And I was like, oh, maybe they will. You're right. And so, right? So we're laughing. So she goes, all right, I just hit send. And I said, okay. I said, cool. So now we'll wait and see. And I swear to you, within seconds, my work phone goes ding. And I go and look at my work phone, and there's a message from the girl that took over my place in California when I moved to Atlanta. And it says, the message says, you forgot about me. And in that moment, it clicked in my head that like 7 weeks ago, she asked for my address. And I go, I'm on the phone with this wonderful girl from Jamaica that works for Amazon. And I go, oh, shit, I know who it is. And she's like, I told you would know it. I go, it's Christina Randall. And she is dying laughing, this woman. I said, I got to go. I said, thank you, whatever. And she goes, this was the best call I've ever had. You made my night tonight. I said, you're the best. And I said, do I get a survey? She goes, yeah, they send it in an email. I said, I'm going to give you 5 stars. She's like, thank you, thank you. I said, go follow me on social media. I hang up the phone and I call Christina, and Christina is my position, loss prevention in California. So I pick up the phone and I said, it was you. And she says, what was me? I go, the girl at Amazon told me Christina Randall sent you these packages. Obviously, she did not tell me that.
Right.
And Christina starts laughing, and she's like, oh, you got me. Yeah. So I tell her the story. I'm crying laughing now still. And I said, why the hell would you send me an encyclopedia from 2009 WWE and hairnets? She says, when you got furloughed, this is the best part. When you got furloughed 8 weeks ago, because I've already been back to work for 5 weeks. This is my 5th week back, and I was furloughed for 3.
Right.
So she said, it was 7 weeks ago when you were furloughed, me and 2 of our other former coworkers felt bad for you because we really love you. And we got together and dumped in $20 a piece, so it was $60. And we each bought you we bought you something from Amazon, 3 things. I said 3. I only got 2. She's like, yeah, the other one's coming tomorrow. I was like, oh. I go, but I don't understand. She said, well, one of us got you because you like wrestling. I said, okay. She said, one of us got you hairnets because you have long hair. And the third thing, when you get it tomorrow, you'll think it's awesome. So she doesn't tell me what it is. I wait till the next day it comes. It's a brand new pan to cook in, and it's like top rubber grip handle, like top of the line, probably a $50.
Yeah, I didn't hear this part because I only heard you
Right, yeah, 'cause I didn't
you
tell
talked to me
you.
like
So-
right after talking to the
Right.
lady from Jamaica.
So I got this pan that is like, I mean, it's top of the line pan. So, I thanked them all, whatever. I was like, oh, that's really awesome. I just don't understand the hairnet thing. So now I have this pan. I used it already like almost every day. I have this WWE encyclopedia, which I put on my coffee table next to my conspiracy theory book that if people come over, they can read it. And I have 10 hairnets I don't know what the fuck to do with.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to do with the hairnets either. I guess just throw them to Nick and say, get a job.
I mean, seriously, at this point. No idea what I'm going to do with them.
You might maybe re-gift them as another like gag gift. Be the re-gifter.
Right.
Be the re-gifter.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Just when you don't want, when there's someone that you got to get something for, but Secret Santa that shit next.
Everybody's getting hairnets next year for Christmas.
That'll be good.
Now I do want to take a picture, wearing a hairnet, cooking in the pan, holding the WWE encyclopedia, so I can show them that I love it.
Right.
But that was just it was a weird like moment.
Yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
it's funny that you were so nervous to open it. Like you were scared that you got this mystery box from unknown.
Right. Well, I don't know who it was from.
From places unknown.
Right. Like, I mean, it's scary.
Well, I mean, you're Mr. 100 followers a day here. You might be at the point where you need where you need to get a PO box so people can send you free shit.
Right.
And then,
yeah,
as long as they're not coming to the house, you don't have to be so nervous when you get mystery packages. That are addressed to AJ Slambino.
I mean, it was creepy, but man, let me tell you, that was funny. It was funny, and it made for a really good story here on the podcast.
Yeah. So what would you do if, like, let's say you did set up a PO box, and people started sending you shit? If people started sending you like baked cookies and things like that, would you eat them?
I can't. No.
Just you'd be nervous that there's something in them, huh?
Right. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Never. Wow. Oh, look at this, a work call. I don't know who it is.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that's my story. and I really don't have anything else this week. I think that was entertaining enough.
Well, yeah, that's it. I think I think we were. If anything else, we were just gonna talk a little bit about. I finally like out of the blue, Blake wanted to do a podcast. So
Right.
he I I called him and we recorded it, and of course, like the kid was like, "Wait till you hear this thing. It sounds like for a guy that works doing voice stuff and voiceovers and things like that. The sound, the attention to detail from him on making sure this sounded good, or he was in a place where there wasn't a lot of noise, is like zero. Like he just was out walk. He was standing under anything that had an alarm or a bell or car, as close as he could be to fast moving traffic. I was like, I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to use this thing. But out of it came the rib for the name of the show, because
Right.
because we've been ribbing him about, like, how he won't do anything unless he's paid for it, and that's like, it's a joke, but in every joke there's a little truth. So
Right.
off the cuff, I just said, let's just call your podcasts unpaid appearances, and I thought he'd get a little more agitated about it, but he kind of bought in. So
I thought that's a fantastic name.
I think it's a great name too.
Right.
And then I made the little thumbnail that I sent you guys with his face on it and stuff. And again, he liked it, so good. I was kind of I wasn't sure if he'd like it or if he thought it was a rib, but
No, I thought it was hilarious. That's
yeah.
good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
funny
we'll
shit.
see. I said the charm of this one would be that. Well, I didn't tell him that it sounded like shit, but maybe that's a discussion for next time. But
Right, right, right.
that because this is called unpaid appearances, it does not have a regular schedule. It is totally at the whim and mercy of Blake Chadwick.
Right.
So we'll see how that one goes. We may only get 3 episodes in and call it a day, but
Right.
yeah. So all right, we got next week.
Yep. Oh, I'm blowing up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Who knows what's happening? This could
All
be
right.
bad.
Well, we're halfway through the competition, Fatso.
All right.
So just
Here it is.
stay away from the donuts on National Donut Week.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.